These are the 2022 numbers. Violent crime 2021 saw large increases in robberies and aggravated assaults, which resulted in about a 15% increase in violent crime in 2021. 2022 flattened out for us. We had decreases in both robberies and ag assaults, which obviously led us to a 0% increase. We stayed flat. We're glad with those numbers, but we could always get better. We need to continue working on our intel to get a lot of this information out, specifically with robberies. The robbery spikes in robberies had a lot to do with drug issues. We know that because some of the items are actually being stolen was drugs. They would say, somebody just robbed me and took my drugs. So that's actually happened. So we're working hand in hand with Metro Narcotics to get to the bottom of these. And we know through intel that we know there's a consistently, and again, working together with our investigative sections to bring these numbers down. But 2022 was flat for our violent crime. There's the trend, the 5-year trend. As you can see, the spike from 2020 to 2021 was pretty significant. We're glad that the number leveled off, but we need to get back to numbers closer to 2018. Property crime was a different issue. However, we had a 27% increase in property crime. Burglaries saw a large increase. Burglaries, the number listed here includes commercial burglaries, residential burglaries, and non-residential burglaries. They all showed significant increase. I have a different slide in a little bit that'll break them down a little bit further, but those we're seeing large spikes in the area of about June, July last year. We put a lot of effort, a lot of man hours to go in there and combat specifically the commercial property using technology such as our camera trailers as well as drone systems, things of that nature to really drag these numbers down. November and December saw significant increases in commercial burglaries, for example, as well as vehicle thefts, which were at auto burglaries, which were at a 10% increase through October, through efforts of our officers and specifically the officers that work in the evening hours, which is the primary hours that the auto burglaries were occurring. They put a lot of work into it and were able to bring that number down from 10% to 1% increase. So these initiative strategies that we'll be talking about a little bit further in the presentation are having an effect. Our vehicle thefts completely ballooned up on us. We have a very large increase, and our officers continue to working on projects and strategies to mitigate the issues with vehicle theft. Although we did have 939 incidents of vehicle theft, we do recover about 68% of those, which is a phenomenal recovery rate. We locate many of those vehicles still within the county. The majority of them are within the county, or we find them in Texas. We team up with the vehicle theft task force that El Paso PD has, and we're able to collaborate and get to known chop shops and things of that nature, as well with the county. We work in hand with them because they have a large vehicle theft problem as well. There's our 5-year trend for property crime. You can see the large spike that we had. We've put together many strategies and initiatives to try to drive these crime rates down. And let me show you this slide first. And you can see this is the way they broke down individual individual crimes, the residential burglaries. You can see the commercial burglaries. We had several people come to City Council and discuss the issues that they were seeing commercial burglary-wise, and they were correct. We are seeing large increases, specifically in the middle part of the year. Again, October, November, December saw small decreases in commercial burglaries. They were still at a point where that drove us to the 76% mark there. The auto burglaries, as I mentioned earlier, were at 10% increase through October through our officers' work and strategies. They were able to bring this number down to a 1%. Vehicle thefts, again, were significantly high. These crimes were happening in not one specific area. They're pretty much spread throughout the entire city, with the exception of commercial burglaries, which were happening pretty much Solano West, Solano to the river, if you will. That's where we're seeing most of our commercial burglaries. But all the other thefts that we have there, or all the other burglaries and auto thefts, were scattered throughout the city. The preliminary numbers in 2023, we started off the year really bad. The first 2 weeks, again, we started showing the same trends as the year before. We had a plan in place to implement many of our initiatives to